Wildcats of Culver-Stockton College and your Mid-America Nazarene University Pioneers. The Wildcats step on the floor with an 8-0 record. Your Pioneers 10-3 overall. At this time, would you please rise for the opening invocation and remain standing as we honor America through the playing of the national anthem. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for another day to live for you. We thank you for these two teams. We ask that you keep them healthy as they compete and showcase the talent you give to them. Be with the coaches as they coach, officials as they officiate, and fans as they cheer. Thank you for these two institutions, and we ask that you strengthen their faculty, staff, and administration for the task of forming and shaping these young women to be the people you've called them to be. We pray all of this in the strong name of Jesus. Amen. First, the visiting Wildcats of Culver-Stockton College. Starting at guard, a 5'6" sophomore out of Ironton, Missouri, number 1, Josie Landrum. At guard, a 5'7" junior out of East St. Louis, Illinois, number 4, Casey Newsom. At forward, a 5'10" freshman out of Chillicothe, Ohio, number 14, Megan Dean. At guard, a 5'10" senior out of Salem, Missouri, number 21, Peyton Curley. And at guard, a 5'10" senior out of Dodge City, Kansas, number 22, Ashley Nelson. Wildcats are coached by Jeanette Hergen. And now, the starting lineup for your Pioneers. At guard, a 5'8" junior out of Tecumseh, Kansas, number 1, Lydia Austinson. At guard, a 5'7" junior out of Ashland, Missouri, number 20, Toshawn Smith. At center, a 6'1" senior out of Lenexa, Kansas, number 22, Mackenzie Lowe. At forward, a 6-foot freshman out of Stillman, Kansas, number 30, Ariel Sargent. And at center, a 6'2" junior out of Carl Junction, Missouri, number 42, Megan Scott. Players are coached by John Lewis. The officials for this afternoon's contest are Larry Hick, Tracy Mulligan, and Josh Lynn.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome inside the Bell Family Arena. We are ready for tip-off as Culver-Stockton College comes into Olathe, Kansas to take on your Mid-America Nazarene University Pioneers. Happy Saturday to everyone. Thank you very much for joining us here on this cold January Saturday afternoon. Culver-Stockton, they come into today. They are 0-8 on the season, so looking for their first victory. Pioneers 10-3, losing their last game here at home to Benedictine College. Culver-Stockton would like to get a win. Pioneers trying to right the ship after a loss, so hopefully an entertaining game coming up this afternoon. Megan Scott wins the tip, almost a little too much. Mackenzie Lowe has to go chase it down, and the Pioneers will start with the ball. Trailshawn Smith filling in point guard for the injured Michaela Gooch. Doing a very good job. Her pass, though, is kicked by the defense. Kick ball, reset the shot clock. So the Pioneers will keep possession, looking like Culver-Stockton is starting off in a bit of a zone defense. Let's see if the Pioneers can break that. They go to Lowe. Lowe kicks it. Austinson for three, and it's good. It's one way to start the game right there with a three-point shot. This is Casey Newsom bringing it up the floor for Culver-Stockton. Kicks that over to Curley. Curley up top into the hands of Deal. Deal back to Newsom. Now ball being worked around the perimeter. Ooh, freed in the corner. No shot. Long pass. Culver-Stockton now working it down low, trying to take on Megan Scott. That's challenging. Now here's a pass taken away by Trell Smith of the Pioneers. Instead of trying to outrun the defense, Trell is going to slow the pace, pulls the ball back. It's going to get her half-court offense set. Looks like the Pioneers are trying to space out, maybe create down low for Megan Scott. They go to Lowe, down to Scott in the post. She turns, faces baseline, layup is up, way too strong, gets her own rebound, can't hit the follow. And there we go, on her third attempt, able to knock it down. She's fouled, will go to the line for the potential three-point play. So Scott, we're going to go ahead and say she was trying to pad her stats there. That's what was happening. Just trying to get a few extra rebounds.
Foul number 4, Casey Newsom, her first personal, team's first. Megan Scott at the line, shooting 1.
So Newsom called for her first personal foul. First free throw, or the free throw on the way. Won't fall, but Mackenzie Lowe able to get the rebound for the Pioneers and puts it in for 2. So quickly the Pioneers jump out to a 7-0 lead here in the early stages of the first quarter. Right now Curley with the ball. Sends that ball over to Deal. Deal to Newsom. Newsom over to Nelson. Nelson driving, dishes it out. And down to 10 on the shot clock is Culver-Stockton. Now looking to create. Here's the drive. Shot sent away and recovered by Lowe. I think Scott will be credited with the block. Lowe with the rebound. Pioneers off to the races. Trell Smith 15 feet out. Off balance shot, no good. Megan Scott trying to chase it down and cannot. Out of bounds it goes. Last touch by the Pioneers. Jada Summers is checking in. And Deal takes a seat. So looking like trading a little height for maybe for some ball handling or speed out there is Culver-Stockton. This is Landrum. Landrum drives, dishes it out. And Culver-Stockton, they look to try and play a penetrating style of ball. Looks like a lot of drives, but they're dishing it out, getting stuck down low against the twin towers of the Pioneers between Lowe and Scott. Yeah. Driving to the basket is not easy. Now, a drive by Trell Smith, dishes it off to Mackenzie Lowe. Her layup is good on the right side, and timeout called by the head coach of Culver-Stockton. Culver-Stockton would like to talk things over as it's now 9-0 here in the early stages of the first quarter. Only 2.5 minutes gone by. That's where we're at. Just a 30-second timeout here on the floor, so we're going to keep things right here. Hopefully by now, if you're watching the free streaming service, you've seen we've got a chat room option. We love for everyone to use that. Let us know where you're watching from, who you're rooting for, who your player is, who your team is. Again, as long as we keep everything within the realm of good taste in the chat room, we've really been having a great time with it this year. We have had people tune in from all over the globe. It's been fun. The drumline back in attendance for the Pioneers. Of course, you can't have any wind instruments, but we can have our drums. All right, Culver-Stockton with the ball. Newsom is trying to send it down low, taken away by Megan Scott. Scott with the steal, gets it to Trell Smith. Smith ahead to Austinson. Austinson drives baseline, kicks it out to Sargent. Sargent up top, Trell Smith open for 3, didn't take it, surprising. But they want to go down low. Looks like the Pioneers have the idea to work in the post. They do. Megan Scott gets double teamed. Just a nice bounce pass across the paint to Mackenzie Lowe, who's able to hit a layup on the left side. 2 more points for the Pioneers. Now here's a drive. Ball again knocked free. I think Trell Smith poked that ball free. Scott recovers it. Smith down the floor. Layup left side, no good. Sargent in with the rebound. Her follow, no good. And rebounded by Culver-Stockton. There we go. Now we've got someone in the chat room there. Thank you. Culver-Stockton fan, welcome. Ooh, Newsom got open in the paint. Little floater. Oh, it won't fall. Rebounded, though, by Culver-Stockton, and the putback goes in. This by Peyton Curley for 2 points. Both sides are ready to make a change. Subs are waiting at the scorer's table. Austinson with the ball for the Pioneers. Works left, comes back right. Little finger roll up and good off the glass. Is that Lydia Austinson or George Gervin out there? Nicely done. Newsom brings it down. Goes right side. Culver-Stockton, they've got their play called. Can't get anyone freed up. Now here's a three on the way. Oh, nothing but the bottom of the net. Peyton Curley starting to heat up. She got left open right at the top of the key and knocks it through for three. 13-5 is your score. Smith with the ball. Goes to Sargent, right side. Back to Smith up top. They're really trying to force Smith to her right. She passes to Austinson, down low. Austinson to Lowe. Lowe kicks it out. Sargent for three. Short off the front of the rim. Long rebound. It goes to Curley. Curley going to try and outrace the Pioneers defense. Layup left side. She's fouled. Didn't hit the shot, but will go to the line with 2 free throws coming up.
Fouls on number 1, Lydia Austinson.
So Austinson called for her first personal. Changes made on all sides. Sheldon, Ralston, and Bozich check in for the Pioneers. Let's see, coming in for Culver-Stockton. Aaron Brooks has come onto the floor, as has Nia Taylor. And this is Curley at the line to shoot 2. First shot on its way. Got it. One more. So far, Curley has been the offense for Culver-Stockton. On its way. Oh, that one didn't fall. Boy, I thought that was in. Got halfway down the cylinder and rattled out. Sheldon onto the floor, taking over point guard duties for the Pioneers. Goes to Austinson. Zone defense back in effect. Lowe going to drive baseline. Kicks it out to Sheldon. In the corner, Sheldon to Bozich. Bozich going to drive. Pulls up. Jumper on the way. Up and good. Knocked that down from about 16 feet out. 2 points Pioneers. Now Aaron Brooks brings it up the floor for Culver-Stockton. Brings it over to Taylor. Over to Deal. Again, that ball being worked around the perimeter. Now they're going back down low. Curley, shot. Short off the front of the rim. Rebounded by Austinson. Hey, Curley's got the hot hand. You feed it. Pioneers driving. Bozich, 3 on the way. Looks too strong. Indeed it is. And that's rebounded by Culver-Stockton. And now Taylor bringing it up the floor. Thought she was going to try and get out and run in transition. Instead, she's going to slow the pace. Try and get around Sheldon. Gets it to Curley. Up top to Deal. Now over to Brooks. Brooks with it, trying to feed it down low. Going up against Ralston. That's a tall order, but able to draw the foul was Jada Summers. And so Summers will go to the line to shoot 2. Austinton's going to take a seat. Rachel Siebold checks into the game for the Pioneers. We get 2 free throws coming up for Summers. First is on the way. Got it. Second free throw. Got them both. So checking in now is Taylor Green for the Wildcats as Summers takes a seat. Now Bozich and Sheldon bringing it up the floor for the Pioneers. Sheldon working to her left. Comes back right to Siebold. Siebold driving, dishes it back out. Her pass is tipped. And the Pioneers not able to chase it down. Off and running is Culver-Stockton, and now here's a bad pass taken away by Siebold. I think it was bobbled by Brooks, and she couldn't get him as much oomph behind that pass as she wanted, so it was just kind of right there, hanging in the middle of the floor for the Pioneers. Siebold for 3, up and good. So Rachel Siebold able to knock down the tray, gets the Pioneer lead back up to double digits. It's now 18-8, 10-point lead. Good battle underneath between Green and Ralston. Now here's a 3-point shot. Only hit the backboard. And now here comes Sheldon up the floor after the Ralston rebound. Sheldon driving. Spins, fires. Ralston touch pass down low to Mackenzie Lowe, who hits from the baseline. And another timeout called by the head coach of Culver-Stockton. Got a replay coming up for you here. Here's Siebold knocking down the 3-point shot. Pioneers shooting well here in the first quarter. So 20-8 is your score. There you can see on the screen, we got our drum line. I'm trying to be quiet, you can hear them. All right, there we go. Both sides heading back to the floor. Some quicker than others. Come on, Pioneers, get over there. 3:19 remaining in the first quarter, so we're just cruising right along. And 2 games on the schedule here today is Culver-Stockton women and men here in town to play the Pioneers. So if you're a fan of the Pioneers women's squad, we've had some changes to the schedule, some new games added. So you want to make sure you go to MNUsports.com, check out all the changes so you know when and where they're playing. Again, things in the season of the Rona changing constantly. Here's a drive, shot, layup up and good on the right side. Ralston not able to control Taylor Green down on the post. I think Ralston was just working on not picking up the silly foul. Travel on Sheldon. Okie dokie. Gotta say, that one I did not see, but I do not see all. So Taylor with the ball for Culver-Stockton, bringing up the right side of the floor. Looking. Thought Green was going to come out and set the screen. Said she steps out, receives a pass, now looking, brings it right side. And they're able to get it to Taylor. Taylor not able to find a lane to the rim, goes back to Green. Trying to get it to Newsom. Newsom driving now, has a lane. Layup too strong though, no good. Rebound battered around. Siebold fought it away and it ends up in the hands of Mackenzie Lowe. 20-10, 10-point lead Pioneers. They with the ball. His zone seems to be giving a little bit of a trouble. But they get it to Mackenzie Lowe. Oh, she tried to drive and dish. Nobody home. Ralston had moved. But then the ball's poked free by Siebold. Good strip by Siebold. Pioneers still with it. Bozic, 3 on the way. Nope. Little short. Rebounded by Culver-Stockton. Here they come. Newsom going to try and outrun the Pioneers. Nope. Now thinks better of it. Newsom still trying to drive. Dishes it out to Deal. Ball to Taylor. Back to Deal. Up top now to Brooks. Brooks to Newsom. Screen comes for Newsom. Newsom going to try and take it to the rim. Goes left side. Pull up. Jumper up and good. 14 feet out. Nothing but the bottom of the net. Now Sheldon with it for the Pioneers. Ooh, Newsom. Got away with one there. Oh, 15-foot jumper knocked down by Ralston. Newsom trying desperately to swipe the ball out of hands of the Pioneers. Definitely made contact with one, no call. But the Pioneers need to be aware. Just kind of trailing the ball wherever it may go to see if she can't knock it free. Smart if you can get away with it. And now a travel called on Newsom. She was getting bumped around in the paint and the feet shuffled on her. Pioneers sending in a completely new lineup. 5 new players checking in. Trelshawn Smith returns. Knockbar comes on. Megan Scott returns. Jalen Irvin in for the first time. And Taylor Nichols comes onto the floor. Let's see. I'm trying to see what Culver-Stockton did. Ashley Nelson is back into the game. Landrum has returned. I think that's the changes they made. So Smith over to Knockbar. High post to Megan Scott. Spins. Oh, great move by Megan Scott. Able to come up with the little hook in the paint. Thing was just kind of hanging on the left side of the rim. Didn't know if it was going to fall in or fall off. 24-12 is your score. Landrum looking. Goes back to Newsom. Trying to get freed up in the post to Summers, but they go the other way. Move away from her. Oh, Curley's returned to the floor. And Curley helps spark Culver-Stockton there for a little bit in the first quarter. Here in the first quarter. Newsom. Contested shot. Short. No good. Rebounded by Megan Scott. Pioneers holding for last shot of the first quarter. There's 10 seconds left. Trelshawn Smith surveying the situation. Coach Lewis telling her to have it. She's just going to pull up and shoot, I would imagine, or take. In the paint. Spins. Fires. Off balance. No good. Scott not able to hit the follow in time, and that's going to do it for the first quarter. So after our first 10 minutes, it's 24-12 in favor of the Pioneers. And we'll step away for just a moment and be right back.
This is a reminder that masks are required.
right, welcome back. Ready to start the second quarter. Culver-Stockton will begin with the ball. All right, Newsom has it, top of the key, goes high post. They go to Curley. Curley here on the right side. Hits Newsom, heading towards the rim, trying to spin on Jalen Irvin. Dishes it out. Pioneers defense quick to recover. Now we're going to have a kick ball. Taylor Nichols kicks it on out of bounds. Now Culver-Stockton with 20 on their shot clock. Newsom gets it to Landrum. Landrum in the corner. See, over to Nelson. Newsom and Nelson, that's going to mess me up all day. Pass to Curley. Mishandled, but she's able to recover. In the post to Newsom. Little jumper. No good off the left side. And this is going to be last touch by Culver-Stockton as it was knocked out of bounds by Ashley Nelson. So the Pioneers now will have their first opportunity here in the second quarter. Smith gets it over to Knockbar. Down in the post to Megan Scott. Scott up and under. Ooh, I think that's a block. I'm going to go and credit a block to Jada Summers there. She was able to swat that shot by Scott. So good defense by Culver-Stockton. Gets them the ball back. Looking to put some points on the board. Here's the three in the corner. Too strong. No good. Didn't miss by much. Newsom, though, able to come up with the offensive rebound. Drives baseline. Dishes it out. Summers open from 18. Up and good for 2 points. Just a 10-point lead now for the Pioneers. Smith trying to create. Newsom staying with her step for step. Goes to Knockbar. Knockbar drives. Dishes it off. Too high for Nichols. That's going to be a turnover on the Pioneers as that pass was just over the outstretched arms. Out of bounds it goes. Turnover on the Pioneers. Ball back to Culver-Stockton. Ariel Sargent and Lydia Austinson have returned for the Pioneers. Does not look like there was any changes for Culver-Stockton during that break. So Newsom heading up the floor. Trelshawn Smith awaits her. Nelson sends it down low. Summers couldn't handle it clean, but is able to knock it to a teammate. They're going to keep this possession alive. Now they go in the post to Curley. Curley spins, fires. Shot off the right side of the backboard. No good. Rebounded by Mackenzie Lowe. Lowe feeds it up to Smith. Smith up the left side of the floor. Nelson just flat got in her way. No call by the official. Hey, if you're going to let him play, let him play. Great drive and dish. Trelshawn Smith drives all the way to the rim. Bounce pass over to Megan Scott. Easy 2 points, Pioneers. Newsom sends it to Summers up top. Summers trying to get someone open. There we go. Curley moves for her. Now Curley with it. They dish it over to Nelson. Something didn't go right. You could hear the bench of Culver-Stockton displeased as they knew what was supposed to happen that didn't. There's an offensive rebound by Summers, so Culver-Stockton with another opportunity. Now a whistle. This is going to be on the floor. Who are they going to get this on? This will be on the Pioneers. And Mackenzie Lowe interfering with the cutter to the rim. Here's a replay on your screen. Smith drive, dish. And if Megan Scott gets that kind of position, it's all day. So 20 on the shot clock. Newsom will be inbounding. See, Bryn Holtz has checked in for Culver-Stockton. Her first minutes of the evening. Afternoon. It's technically afternoon. Newsom just tried to play that off of Scott, and she did. Newsom hit it off the inbound defender, caught it, and shot. Pioneers have got to be wary of that one. Trelshawn Smith and Newsom. Boy, this is a good matchup. Smith driving, dishing to Sargent. Sargent to Smith. 15 on the shot clock. Big pass down low. Low has it. Her shot no good. Megan Scott trying to fight him, and does. Kicks it up top. Goes to Austinson, now to Smith. Nelson, boy, came with the double team. Pioneers couldn't find the open player. Now Austinson drives, another little floater, no good. Rebounded off the left side by Culver-Stockton. Now Newsom with the ball, working it around. Deal gets it over. Back up top, Austinson jumps the passing lanes. Nelson, though, able to win the foot race to get to the ball. Good defense by Austinson. Under 10 on the shot clock. Newsom going to try and create. This is a two-pointer. If it goes, it does not. Long rebound, and here comes Trailshawn Smith. Getting a head full of steam. Boy, Miss Mackenzie Lowe now try to pass down low. Double team comes. Lowe kicks it out to Austinson. Long pass to Smith, back up top. Oh, Sargent wanted it. They couldn't find her in time. Ooh, Smith's got to be careful. Almost called for a carry on that. There, Ariel Sargent with the drive. No looks it to Scott. Scott couldn't hit the first one, but hits the second one. And this time she's fouled. See, that first shot would have only been 2 points, but now she has a chance of 3. So we're going to just go with that.
Fouls on number 40. Her first personal team.
Trailshawn Smith's going to check out. Emily Sheldon returns.
Number 10,
Peyton Curley coming back in as Nelson takes a seat. So Megan Scott has one free throw coming up. And the shot is no good. Rattles out. 12-point lead for the Pioneers. 12's as far away as they can get. Culver-Stockton not letting them out of reach. Looks like they're really trying to play to get Nia Taylor freed up. Taylor working to get free. Had it for a moment, but now they're going back to Curley. Deal back to Taylor. Taylor with it with 7 on the shot clock. Back to Deal. Now they're in the corner. Someone's going to have to create now. Now they're out of time. And now an illegal screen is going to be called. Bryn Holtz called for the personal foul. So ball back to the Pioneers. Anna Ralston comes back into the game. Megan Scott takes a seat. See, after that foul, Taylor Green comes in for Culver-Stockton. 28-16, Pioneers over the Wildcats. Sheldon looking, goes down low to Ralston in the post. Long pass out. Culver-Stockton was able to get a fingertip on it, but Austinson gets the shooter's bounce after collecting the pass. That was some kind of mid-range floating jumper-looking thing from about the free throw line that got the friendly shooter's bounce. So now Culver-Stockton broken on the play. Layup up is no good. Whew. Sorry, I had to hit my cough button there. Austinson with it for the Pioneers. Goes to Ralston, high post, down low to Mackenzie Lowe. She kicks it out. Sheldon for 3. Too strong. And not able to connect with Sheldon. Rebounded by Deal. Here comes Culver-Stockton. They go down low to Taylor Green. Green spins, fires. Difficult layup over the outstretched arms of Anna Ralston. So 30-18, just that 12-point lead again for the Pioneers. Austinson in the corner. Lowe going to try her hand at 3. Way too strong. Missed everything. Rebounded by Taylor. Taylor heading down the floor. Long pass ahead. Gets it to Curley. Curley layup right side. Up and good. Boy, heavily contested and able to hit. So Sheldon now working to her right. Goes to Austinson. Austinson going to drive left. Had a lane. And we're going to have contact. Taylor's going to be called for the personal. Austinson hits hard, but on her feet, heading to the free throw line where she will shoot 2.
That's on Wildcat player number 10, Nia Taylor.
Tell them to get back.
First personal team start into the game for the Pioneers, number 45. Jalen Burton. Number 21, Natasha Bozich.
Pioneers are able to inbound. They get over to Sheldon. Sheldon a head fake, driving, dishing out. Irvin for 3. Got it! Jalen Irvin knocks down the 3-point shot. .325 remaining in the second quarter. I'm sorry, as we're heading towards halftime. Culver-Stockton working the ball around, driving baseline. Difficult shot. Able to draw a little rim, but rebounded by the Pioneers. Taylor was kind of stuck behind the backboard and just launched one in the general direction of the basket. Difficult shot. Now Bozich with it. Curley all over. She goes to Ralston. Ralston to a cutting Irvin. Oh, and the travel call before the contact. There's one extra. There's a replay right there of Irvin hitting that 3. Looked good.
Same exact
So ball back to Culver-Stockton. The Wildcats heading up the floor with 3 minutes left in the quarter. Nelson, oh, nice backdoor cut and pass, but Curley not able to really catch it in stride. Had to dish it back out. So ball still being worked around the perimeter. They go down in the post. Here's another good matchup. And defense, good defense by the Pioneers. Taylor Green had it, lost control of the ball. I mean, she hit the deck, but it was not due to contact, just diving after it. Ball goes out of bounds. Ball back to the Pioneers. So Sheldon has the play from the bench. Gets it across half court. Ralston goes high post. They go to Ralston. Ralston's going to drive. Has a lane, and now foul is called. Ralston will go to the line to shoot 2. See who they're going to get on this. This one is going to be on Nia Taylor.
Wildcat player number 10, Nia Taylor. Into the game for the Wildcats. Number 4, Casey Newson.
Siebold returns to the floor. Austenson's going to take a break. 13-point lead for the Pioneers, 33-20. Ralston at the line to shoot 2.
Anna Ralston at the line.
Ralston's first free throw on its way. Up and good. Going to have one more. Second free throw from Ralston is good. Able to knock them both down. Newson backhandling the ball for Culver-Stockton, brings it up the floor. Sheldon awaits her. Screen set. Newson still working around the top. Ball being worked around. They get to Curley. Curley has been so far the high scorer. Here's a little turnaround jumper. No good. Kept alive by Culver-Stockton. And the save attempt by Josie Landrum carries her out of bounds. Ball got loose. She was trying to keep it in, but just right there on the line. Sheldon now gets around Nelson and called for the carry. Gotta say, can't really argue that one much. So turnover on the Pioneers. Nelson brings it in to Newson. Newson to Curley. Curley has it right side. Siebold picks her up. They send it up top to Summers. Summers to Newson. They go down low. Curley moving well without the ball. Turnaround jumper. Got the shooter's bounce, and in it goes for 2 points. And with that, Coach Lewis would like to talk things over, and it's called a 30-second timeout to talk to his Pioneers. So let me see. We'll go ahead and check some team stats here while we have a moment. Pioneers shooting well in the early stages of this game in the first half. Shooting 50%. They're 15 for 30. Culver-Stockton isn't shooting terribly, but it's just not 50%. They're at 34%, 8 for 23. Behind the three-point line, 33% for Culver-Stockton, 37% for the Pioneers. Rebounds, Pioneers are controlling the glass at 19 to 13. And let's see, right now your scoring leaders for the Pioneers is Megan Scott with 8, and over on the other side is Curley with 8. 1:41 remains in the half. Trellshawn Smith back into the game. Takes over point guard duties for Sheldon. Goes to Siebold. Back to Smith. Smith to Siebold. Siebold had an open three, didn't take it. Pass to Bozic in the corner, now to Ralston in the post. Ralston, long pass along the baseline to Irvin. Irvin's going to drive, dishes. Bozic in the corner for 3, short, no good. Able to get her own long rebound. And now hits the deck, and they're going to call a travel.
Hey, let's go, D.
That whistle started blowing before she even hit the ground.
Come on, Nata. You secure the ball, girl.
So Newson bringing it up the floor after the Pioneer turnover. Newson over to Landrum. Landrum up top to Summers. Back to Newson. Newson trying to get Nelson freed up. Irvin stayed on her well, and now here's a block. Trellshawn Smith said enough of that nonsense and sends one back from whence it came. Long pass into the corner to Bozic. Bozic in the post to Ralston. Ralston touch pass up to Smith. Smith didn't take the three. Drives instead. She is fouled on the layup attempt. Hits the deck hard. Staying down. Shaking off the cobwebs. And Newson called for the personal. It's going to put Smith at the line to shoot 2.
Her second personal, 15 foul.
First shot on the way. Got it.
Hey, Jay! Jay! Jay!
At the line for the Pioneers.
Jay! Red. Rachel. Red. Tell him red. Tell him. Keep going. More times.
Smith, second shot on the way, up and good. Got them both. 37-22 is your score. And the Pioneers look like they're going to throw on a little backcourt pressure, a little three-quarter court trap.
Right now, come on, Anna.
And Anna's Ralston able to poke the ball free, exactly what the bench was calling for. Oh, but Smith loses it underneath. Whistle blown. Jump ball is called.
Jump ball.
Hey, Jalen!
Alternating possession.
Jay!
Favor of the Pioneers.
It's white! Jay!
So Posich is going to inbound along the baseline. Sorry, one of the problems of sitting right next to the bench is I get caught listening. It's like the coach is yelling at me too. I'm sorry, coach.
House on Wildcat player number 22, Ashley Nelson. Her first personal.
So Nelson called for the personal foul, trying to cause a tie-up with Jalen Irvin. Wasn't going to get the jump ball call this time. They called the personal, so Irvin is at the line, shooting two. Pioneers are in the bonus. Their first one, up and good. One more on the way. And second one, good as well. Pioneers again with that three-quarter court trap. Taken away by Jalen Irvin. Irvin in the paint. Layup is up. Won't fall. Trellshawn Smith secures the rebound and can hold for last shot with 10 seconds left in the quarter. The bench yelling out, letting her know exactly where she's at. Siebold open for three. Take it. Oh, short off the front of the rim. Rebound goes to Newsom, and that's going to do it for the half. So at the end of the second quarter, your score is 39-22. The Pioneers on top of Culver-Stockton. And so with that, we're going to step away for 15 minutes. So you've got time to go refill your beverage, order yourself another pizza, and then we'll be back in about 14 minutes. We'll bring you first half stats and get you caught up with everything before we begin third quarter action. So we'll be right back in 14 minutes. right, welcome back, everybody. Hopefully you can hear me. We're about ready to go with third quarter action. Let's just go over some of the stats here real quick. Leading the way for Culver-Stockton right now is Peyton Kernley with 10 points. Behind her is Casey Newson with 4 points. Taylor Green with 4 points, and Jada Summers with 4 points. Pioneers have a few people kind of tied at the top. Mackenzie Lowe has 8 points. Megan Scott has 8 points. Lydia Austinson with 7 points. And let's see here, Anna Ralston with 4. Pioneers finished the half at 45% shooting. And then over on the other side, 36% for Culver-Stockton. Behind the three-point line, 33% for Culver-Stockton, just 30% for the Pioneers. And then free throw-wise, Pioneers shooting well, 6 for 8. And then also shooting well is Culver-Stockton. They're 3 for 4. So that's where we are beginning the third quarter here. Pioneers with their starters back on the floor. Let's take a look coming into this game today. Culver-Stockton, Peyton Curley is leading them in scoring at 14.8 points per game. So that seems to be right on par. Behind her is Jada Summers with 9 points a game. Ashley Nelson with 8. Those are over for the Pioneers. We know it's kind of been Mackenzie Lowe's season. She's having a great year. 14.5 points per game. Megan Scott's behind her at 9.8. In third place, Michaela Gooch, but again, out injured. So, we're back underway. Culver-Stockton gets a chance to strike first. Nelson with the ball. Nice layup. Difficult shot over Megan Scott. Good for 2 points. And the Wildcats first on the board. Sorry about the volume thing. Anytime I have to cough or clear my throat, I have to turn all the volume down. I don't get a fun cough button. That's a foul on Nelson. She was a little too aggressive trying to strip the ball free from Trailshawn Smith. So the Pioneers with 22 on their shot clock will inbound. Austinson looking, gets it into Scott. Back to Austinson, who's going to try and turn the corner and drive baseline. Got cut off by the Wildcat defense. Instead brings it up top to Trailshawn Smith. Down low to Mackenzie Lowe. She's going to drive, difficult shot, and Deal able to alter that shot. I was a little surprised a foul wasn't called, to be really honest, as their arms got tangled up, but both of them tangled up with each other, so maybe no whistle's a good whistle. Now Nelson got the ball stripped by Smith, but was able to recover. Now ball worked around the perimeter by Culver-Stockton. Curley down low to Nelson. Nelson going to try and drive on Scott. Nope, dishes it out. And now 3 seconds in the paint. It's going to be a turnover on Culver-Stockton. The only person under there was really Newson or Nelson. I thought Nelson had cleared the lane. Apparently the official counting differently. So turnover on the Wildcats. Ball back to the Pioneers. Trailshawn Smith just going to step up and take a three. No good. Megan Scott. Great position. She was able to get inside on the defense and was there for the easy offensive rebound. As I said earlier, if you get Megan Scott that close to the basket, it's over. It's over. Now Newson with it. Ooh, has a lane. Good recovery by Smith to cut her off. And now the ball knocked away. Last touch by the Pioneers. Gee, I didn't hit the button in time. Or turn the knob in time. Sorry, everyone. Now Culver-Stockton inbound. Long pass into Nelson. Nelson able to collect. Smith trying to deny the ball to Newson. So instead they go up to Landrum. Worked around the perimeter. Now they get it to Newson. Down to 4 on the shot clock. Newson, step back 3. No good. Rebounded by Austinson for the Pioneers. I think Newson was trying to avoid the defense. Went a little bit of a fadeaway. And let's be honest, a fadeaway three-pointer is difficult. What a pass from Sargent. Ariel Sargent threads the needle to Mackenzie Lowe. Great assist. 2 points, Pioneers. Newson bringing it up. Goes to Landrum. Landrum down into the post. Turnaround jumper from Nelson. Shooters bouncing in it goes. Good shot from Nelson. Pioneers quickly the other way. Sargent, great head fake. Drives to the basket. Too strong. No good. And the official could see him shaking his head to side. He wasn't going to call a foul on anyone in that particular situation. Ooh, now Looked like Sargent had a block, but the officials call a foul. With this, Peyton Curley is going to head to the line.
Fouls on MNU player number 30, Ariel Sargent. Her first personal, team's first into the game.
So coming into the game,
13,
Jada Summers and Aaron Brooks.
and number 50, Jada Summers.
Finally, a Pioneer fan comes into the chat room. It's been a lot of Wildcats in here today. First shot, no good. And again, I tease. I love having everyone in this chat room. It's been such a fun thing this year, as I said in the onset of the broadcast. So Curley's first shot, no good. She's going to have one more. Radley, boy, that one didn't fall either. How did that one not drop? Ay. Trelshawn Smith quickly up the floor. In the corner, Austinson left wide open for three, no good. Megan Scott one-hands the rebound and puts it in for a great offensive follow. Megan Scott looking like Odell Beckham out there with that one-handed behind the head kind of a snag. Great way to get an offensive board. Now Culver-Stockton working the ball around the perimeter. Deal lined up one-on-one with Lowe. They get it to Curley. Sargent picks her up. Curley and Sargent, they match up each other very well. Now here's a shot. Oh my, foul is called. Summers able to muscle one in, taking the contact and still hitting the layup. Megan Scott will be called for the personal. The basket is good. Summers at the line for the potential three-point play.
First personal.
Birdman, Ryan Robinson, you can hear him. He's going today. Shot doesn't follow. Rebounded by Mackenzie Lowe. A few weeks ago, Birdman was so in the head of the other team, they missed 17 free throws. Just unheard of. But they could not get around the Birdman. Austinson heading to the rim is fouled. She's going to go to the line and shoot two. See which Wildcat they get for this. Peyton Curley called for the personal foul.
Her first personal, team's first into the game.
With that, Megan Scott's going to take a seat. Anna Ralston checks in. Taylor comes back on for Culver-Stockton and Deal to the bench. Now Austinson at the line, shooting two. First shot on its way. Got it. Spins in. One more coming up. Second shot. Nothing but net. Now Taylor taking over point guard duties. Newson staying as the off guard on the floor. Trying to give the Pioneers a different look, different ball carrier. They go to Curley, now to Newson. Newson down low, the pass too high. Summers couldn't collect it. And right into the waiting arms of Mackenzie Lowe. So a turnover by the Wildcats, ball to the Pioneers. They go to Austinson, down low to Ralston. And the pass is taken away. Summers jump in the passing lane. Now Curley around Austinson and is able to hit the layup. There's a foot race between Curley and Austinson to the basket. Curley, a little taller, longer stride, able to hit. Austinson open for three. Ooh, didn't take it. Good closing speed by Curley. Pioneers work the ball around. They go to the post. Low with it. Low, pass down low to Ralston. I mean, Wildcats, credit where credit's due. One of them hit that pass, but it spun right off of her arm and into the waiting hands of Ralston. So a basket snatched from the jaws of a turnover. Curley sends it around to Brooks. Brooks looking. Once Summers in the post, now working away, goes high post to Curley. Curley kicks it back out to Taylor. Newson going in motion. Taylor's going to drive. Ran right into two Pioneers. Able to dish the ball out. 3 on the shot clock. 3 on the way. Nothing but net from Curley.
Curley for three.
Peyton Curley just knocks it dead. 49-33 is your score. Trelshawn Smith looking for the answer. Her three-point shot short, no good. Rebounded by Summers. Taylor, long pass ahead to Newson. Newson couldn't get around Trelshawn Smith, so brings the ball out. And is now asking, where was everybody? Her team had not yet caught up with her. They go back to Curley. Curley up top to Taylor. Now to Newson. Summers trying to get freed up in the post. Now the ball just gets away from Newson, picked up by Smith. Smith, a long pass. Austinson driving baseline. And she is fouled on her layup attempt. The shot no good, but she'll go to the line to shoot two. Nia Taylor called for the personal foul.
Her second personal, team's third.
Sheldon and Bozich return.
For the Wildcats.
Smith and Sargent take a seat.
Ashley Nelson at number 42. Taylor Green for the Pioneers. Number 21, Natasha Bozich. Lydia Austinson at the line.
So Austinson shooting 2 coming up. First is on the way. Short. No good. We're going to try this again.
Okay.
Second free throw. That one spins away. So 0 for 2 on that particular trip to the line. Now Curley with it. Curley gets over to Brooks. Brooks to Nelson, who's returned to the game. Nelson up top. Ooh, hit a cutting Curley, but that pass got away. Curley had to chase it down. She gets it back to Nelson. Nelson layup on the left side, up and good.
Nelson with the basket.
49-35. Sheldon gives it to Austinson. Now to Bozich. Bozich trying to figure out where to go. Nelson kind of covering the ball carrier wherever they may go. Now here's a little jumper by Ralston, no good. And Mackenzie Lowe not able to corral the rebound. Out of bounds it goes. They're going to say last touch by the Pioneers.
Number 10, Ina Taylor.
Jalen Irvin comes into the game. Mackenzie Lowe takes a seat. Again, with this 14-point lead, the Pioneers certainly cannot put this into any kind of neutral or cruise control or anything like that. They need to keep their foot on the gas and take it all the way to zeros of the fourth quarter. Pioneers had chances in their last game that turned up to be a loss where they were ahead comfortably but couldn't get away from their opponent. And ended up losing that game Wednesday night here in Olathe. And now the official would like a new game ball. He's tired of that other one. Be gone with you, other basketball. Okay, now we're ready. Taylor inbounding from the baseline with a brand new ball. Looking, gets it into Curley. Curley is fouled and hits the shot. Oh my. Austinson, no, Sheldon called for this personal foul. I thought it was going to be on Austinson. So Curley hits the shot at the line, shooting one more. Now Austinson's going to take a seat. Sargent returns.
Emily's first foul. 13 foul.
And again, it was Austinson kind of charged with keeping Curley under control, and Curley's going on a bit of a personal run here. So the Pioneers are going to throw a new defender at her, and that's going to be in the form of Ariel Sargent. The free throw up and good. The lead is dwindling for the Pioneers. 11-point lead, 49-38 is your score. Sheldon with it for the Pioneers. Gets it to Bozich. Bozich had to corral an errant pass. Sheldon high post, knocked away. Curley trying to take it away from the Pioneers, and now a foul is going to be called. Now let's see who they're going to get for this.
That's on Wildcat player number 22, Ashley.
So Ashley Nelson called for the personal. And she's got quite a few.
Second personal team is 4.
Okay, her third. That is her third personal. So I know she's gotten a few whistles. So now Bozich with it for the Pioneers. Works it up top to Sheldon, over to Sargent. Sargent to Irvin. Irvin going to drive baseline. Skip pass across to Bozich. It was a little low, so Bozich had to kind of chase it down. Couldn't catch and shoot. Sargent now, she'll launch the three. Big hop, no good. Bozich not able to wrestle away the rebound. Now the Pioneer defense hustling back. Brooks bringing it up the floor. Brooks to Taylor. Nelson wants it in the post, knocked away. And with that, a jump ball is going to be called as Nelson and Sheldon tied each other up. So it's going to stay with... Oh, no, I'm sorry. It's going to go to the Pioneers. So possession arrow favored the Pioneers on this particular opportunity. Still the 11-point lead. Here comes Sheldon with the ball. Sargent to Ralston. Ralston, she'll head to the rim. Ball knocked away. Irvin tries to back tap it to a teammate. And she does to Sargent. And now Sargent trying to pass to Irvin. Goes off of her hands. Taken by Culver-Stockton. Whistle blown. What do we got here?
What's the difference right here?
So Newson called for the personal.
Fouls on number 4, Emily Sheldon.
So you're listening to coach and official interact.
Personal teams 4.
Sometimes humorous. Second personal foul for Sheldon. Now a whistle blown away from the ball. I don't know what we got here. I was watching the ball carrier. Anna Ralston now called for a foul, and with that, Culver-Stockton's going to be shooting free throws on all the fouls for the rest of this quarter. Ralston takes a seat. Scott and Lowe coming back in. Irvin takes a seat as well. And Trellshawn Smith. Making sure everyone knew she was coming back in too. Didn't want the official to give the free throw shooter the ball before she got on the court. So the Pioneers getting their starters back in. The starters have had good success. When they go to the bench, it's getting a little iffy at times. First free throw, no good from Curley. Curley leading all scorers with 18 points here in the third quarter. Not just in the third, for the whole game. We happen to be in the third. Second free throw. That one trickles over the front of the rim and good. So now here comes Smith. Pioneers with the 10-point lead. Smith to Mackenzie Lowe. Mackenzie Lowe gonna drive. Double team comes. Layup is up. Short, no good. Ball is free. Picked up by Culver-Stockton. They try to send it ahead. Ball's loose again. Nelson able to come up with it. Nelson will pass to Brooks. Brooks whips it in the corner. Back to Curley. Skip pass across to Nelson. Nelson gonna drive. Shot is up. No good. Rebounded by Megan Scott. Nelson threw a little bit of a clothesline on Scott. Coming through. Again, trying to chase down the ball, but just made some contact. Now here's a shot along the baseline. Mackenzie Lowe able to knock in the 12-foot jumper. Jeez, went in the wrong pipe. All right. Taylor now hits the deck, and a late whistle comes in on Trellshawn Smith. I think they figured she hit the ground. Someone had to put her there. So, Smith, you're the closest one. Have the foul. I'm sure that's exactly what went through the official's head. That was it right there. Nia Taylor at the line, shooting two. Taylor the southpaw. I didn't realize that. She hasn't taken many shots today. Her first free throw, no good. Shooting left-handed. They're down there with Birdman right in their ears now. Never a fun place to be. Second one, that one falls in. Now, Smith for the Pioneers. The 11-point lead heading down the floor. There's a waiting Nelson. Nelson's on her. Goes to Lowe in the corner. Sargent open for three. Oh, big bounce. No good. Rebounded by Nelson. Sargent, man, just so close. It's almost there. She'll find that range. Here's a drive shot over Megan Scott. I don't advise that for most people. It was no good. But able to keep the possession alive as the Wildcats. Oh, Nelson got left wide open. Three on the way. Too strong, no good. Trellshawn Smith with the long rebound. It's Smith and Taylor one-on-one. Sargent chasing the play. Couldn't handle the pass. And now the Pioneers racing back. Curley with it. Pull-up jumper. Short off the front of the rim. Smith able to come up with the rebound. So the pace, insanely quick right now. Coach Lewis signaling for everyone on the floor to slow down. Both sides going to warp speed there for the last minute and a half. Pioneers holding for last shot. Game clock and shot clock separated by 1 second. Bozic in the corner. No good. And Sargent not able to get the rebound. Oh, if they chuck it. Nope. Here's a pass sent away. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. So that was a quick third quarter. 51-40 is your score, as we've got 10 minutes left to decide this game. So we will be right back in about 90 seconds. All right, here we go. Last quarter, ready to start. 51-40, Pioneer lead. 10 minutes remaining to decide this one. Nelson inbounding for Culver-Stockton. And Smith trying to deny Taylor the ball, so they pass that one in to Taylor Green. Green back to Nelson. Ball worked around the perimeter. They get it to Curley. Curley has about half of the Culver-Stockton points. Her pass taken away by Austinson. Austinson able to collect ahead to Smith. Smith's layup up. It's good, and she's fouled. So Trelshawn Smith going to the line for the potential three-point play.
Fouls on Wildcat player number 10, Nia Taylor.
Nia Taylor called for the personal foul. So Smith at the line with one. Change is being made for Culver-Stockton. Newsom checks back in, as does Landrum. And taking a seat is Brooks and Taylor. Now Summers coming in, and Green will take a seat.
Trelshawn Smith at the line, shooting one.
Smith's free throw up and good. All right, 14-point lead for the Pioneers, 54-40. Here comes that three-quarter court press that the Pioneers used kind of at the end of the first quarter. And that works. Smith tips the pass. Austinson collects. Austinson got it poked away from her by Newsom, but was able to chase it down. Goes to Smith. Smith back to Austinson in the corner to Sargent. Touch pass along the baseline to Lowe. Down low to Scott. Scott heading to the rim is fouled. And she will go to the line, shooting two. Here's Smith with that circus layup and with the foul. Sometimes you're not going for style points, you just want points. Scott with the first free throw. Sorry, I was listening to Trelshawn Smith talking to the bench. That was kind of funny. Giving her coach a hard time. Second free throw from Scott. Won't fall. Rebounded by Nelson. Thought that thing might drop. I thought wrong. They get her to head to Curley. Double team comes. Curley passes it away. Gets it to Nelson. Ooh. Nelson's back foot drug on her. The travel is called. And everybody knew it, including Nelson, who was just kind of hoping maybe nobody saw it. All right, Smith brings it up the floor for the Pioneers. High post to Lowe. Lowe pass to Sargent. Sargent passes it back to Lowe. Lowe, a little left-hand scoop shot up and good. Just kind of shot putted that one in. Points are points. Oh, boy, they got a trap. Good job by the Wildcats to get away from that press. They get down low to Summers. She kicks that out to Curley. Curley drives, dishes, deal, three on the way. No good. Oh, geez, two Wildcats collide. Are they all right? Curley and Nelson slammed into each other for that rebound. Everyone's fine. Here's Mackenzie Lowe at that little shot put left-hander into the rim. So with the full timeout on the floor, we're going to step away for 60 seconds, mainly so I can get a drink, and then we'll be right back. Okay, just so you guys know, the Pioneers' home schedule is actually starting to come to a close. We're going to be here next weekend. We've got another doubleheader where the women will play at 2 and the men at 4. And then we've got, I think, one more Wednesday night tilt, and that's it. That's it for the home regular season. But again, if you're a Pioneers fan, go to MNUsports.com. They've got some away games that have been rescheduled, and you never know what's going to happen. Hashtag Rona scheduling. Then I imagine if they do the Hart tournament, I have not heard that they won't, the Pioneers will be a high enough seed to have a home game or two. So the long and short of it, go to MNUsports.com and always keep an eye on the schedule as it is ever changing. think, as a matter of fact, as things stand right now in the opening round of the Hart tournament, it would be a rematch of this game right here. It would be the Pioneers and Culver-Stockton playing. But, again, everything can change. So much can change. We'll see what happens. Austinson drives, layup, left side, up, good, she's fouled. Austinson with a chance for three. See who they get for this. And this is going to be on Jada Summers.
Player number 50, Jada Summers. First personal.
Austinson's free throw up and down. It's good.
Austinson completing the three-point play.
Middle trowel. Good. Now, middle lid. Middle trowel, you're good.
Little trap again. 3 seconds to get her across. That they do. Triple team comes for the ball carrier. Quickly backs off. Newsom with it. So what this really did for the Pioneers was take a lot of time off the clock. Here's Nelson, three in the corner. Short, no good. Rebounded by Megan Scott. She gets that to Trellshawn Smith. Smith, long pass to Mackenzie Lowe. Mackenzie Lowe up and under from the right side. It's good for two. I really thought that pass was going to carry Mackenzie Lowe too much under the basket. But Mackenzie Lowe cares not what I think and puts it in for two. Newsom, good pass. Breaking the press. They go to Deal. Deal down low in the post. Summers. Ooh, Summers got matched up on Seabold, and that's all day for Summers.
Jada Summers with the basket.
And now another pass ahead of the field. Mackenzie Lowe just outran the defense. And the Pioneers come up with 2 points in transition offense. 64-42 is your score. Newsom looking. Goes high post to Nelson. Down low to Summers. Summers kicks it out. Curley for three. Got it. Curley knocks down the three-point shot.
Curley for three.
Now another pass down low. Scott, no good. He's knocked to the deck. Ooh. Hit in the face. Was holding her face. Think she's all right, though. They're going to get her out. Megan Ralston sprints to the scorer's table to check in. Scott saying she's all right.
Taylor Green into the game for the Pioneers.
Caught something.
And Ralston.
So now Nelson inbounding into Taylor. Taylor taking over point guard duties for a moment. As Newsom's taking a seat. Taylor, high post to Green. Green looking for someone to get it to. Gets it to Curley. Curley whips that around to Brooks. Nelson wants it in the post. They just can't get the right angle. Now they go in the post. And Mackenzie Lowe's going to be called for the foul. Reached around a little too much. Trying to knock that entry pass away. So Trellshawn Smith's going to take a breather. Emily Sheldon into the game. And 19-point lead for the Pioneers with 6:25 remaining in the ballgame.
Step up.
Taylor looking, gets it into Green. Back to Taylor. Up top to Nelson. Another good matchup underneath between Green and Ralston. They're both fighting hard for position. Now we've got a whistle. Are they going to call Ralston on this? They are. No, man, but let those two are battling in the post. Let them battle. That's ticky-tack. I mean, they're both throwing haymakers at each other down there, but, you know, when bigs are fighting for position, that's where I play. So I enjoy that battle. Green with it. Going to drive on Ralston, kicks it out. Up top to Nelson, back down low to Green. Green's layup up and good on the left side. Was able to get close enough on Ralston. Hits the left-handed layup. 64-47. Sheldon working for the Pioneers. Long pass to Austinson in the corner. Mackenzie Lowe driving. And Anna Ralston able to come up with the, I think the shot by Lowe was blocked, but Ralston able to come down with it, so she get credited with the rebound. Hits the layup for the follow and is fouled, going to the line for the potential three-point play. So that foul is on Nia Taylor. That is her fifth personal foul, so her afternoon is finished. She is fouled out of this game with 5:44 remaining. Haven't seen who they've put in yet. Okay, Deal. Deal is going to check back in. Ralston not able to hit, but Siebold with the rebound. And a timeout called by Coach Lewis of the Pioneers. And during that, Aaron Brooks coming up a little gimpy, hit the deck and was holding her ankle, trying to walk it off. So just to save that possession, Coach Lewis for the Pioneers calls the timeout. Just a 30-second timeout, so we're going to keep everything here. 5:42 remaining in the ball game. 66-47 is your score. Don't forget that about 15 to 20 minutes after the conclusion of this game, we'll have game 2 of our doubleheader as the Wildcats men's squad takes on your men's Pioneers. Ought to be a good game. Both teams come in very near 500 on the season. Pioneers, of course, have played more games. They're 9-8. The Culver-Stockton squad 4-4. But 500 basketball for both squads. So both teams need to win. Should be a good one coming up at the conclusion of this game. And now Sheldon able to get it into Siebold. Siebold down low to Ralston. Ralston hits a cutting Sheldon. Sheldon kicks it out, though, taken by Curley. Curley all alone on the right side. Siebold backs off, doesn't commit the silly foul, which is the smart play. And so Curley with 2 more. Curley has officially accounted for half of the points for Culver-Stockton. Sheldon, she was open. She's got to think about taking that shot. I've seen her hit him. There's Coach Broadcaster, right? Now an offensive foul called on Austinson. Rather incredulous look on her face. I think she humbly disagrees with the official's decision. So Curley now bringing it up the floor for Culver-Stockton. So it's getting, Siebold, 3 on the way. Looks too strong, indeed it is. Sheldon and Austinson able to come together, keep that alive for the Pioneers. So I did just hear from our scorers table. Oh, sorry, I'm trying to call it and say this. Okay, Sheldon for 3. No good. Okay, now, Curley for Culver-Stockton has tied her career high. She is currently tied with 24 points. That is her previous career high. So 1 more basket, and she'll have a new career high for herself. So now here's a pass thrown away. Nelson and Deal not on the same page. Changes being made for both sides. Holtz has returned for the Wildcats. For the Pioneers, Bozich and Smith have come back in. Feel like I'm missing some. Oh, there she is. Taylor Nichols has come in for the Pioneers as well. So 4:15 left. Again, Peyton Curley looking for a new personal best in points. They go to Mackenzie Lowe, high post. She drives, kicks it out. Ooh, taken away. Nelson able to knock that pass away. Comes up with it. Here come the Wildcats. In the corner to Deal. Deal, 3 on the way. Short, no good. And let's see, ball knocked around. I'm going to say, who was it last touched by? They're going to say last touched by the Pioneers.
Into the game for the Pioneers, number 42, Megan Scott.
Now Mackenzie Lowe is going to take a seat. Megan Scott returns. And Brooks will be inbounding for Culver-Stockton. Able to get that in to Curley. Curley back to Brooks. They're looking in the post for Holtz. They get it, but Megan Scott was able to knock that away. Scott had taken away Holtz's positioning underneath. Was able to deny the entry pass. Now Smith, little pull-up jumper, no good. Scott swoops in for the rebound. Trying to find Bozich. Gets it to Bozich. Open for 3. Nope. Oh, yeah. Oh, make a liar out of me. I thought I had a good angle. Looked like it was going to hit right. Usually good at predicting those. Not there. Spins in for 3 points. Bozich. Oh, here's an entry pass to the post, and it was right into Scott's waiting arms. Scott ahead to Ralston. Megan Scott says, I would like to run point guard now, please. Dribbles down, good pass over to Ralston. Ralston 2 points on the left side. 71-49, Pioneer lead. Under 3 minutes remaining in the ball game. Now Scott with a block. Oh my goodness. Holtz is not going to want to see Megan Scott anymore. Oh, good shot by Smith. Thought she was going to bank it home. Off the front of the rim, rebounded by Culver-Stockton. Here come the Wildcats. Brooks with it. Brooks still limping. Like, I noticed that. I told you that at the end of a play or two ago. But yeah, she's still hobbled out there. Not coming out of the game though. So Nelson over to Holtz. In the corner to Curley. Curley going to try and create. Drives, dish it off to Holtz. Smith, good backside defense. They denied Holtz's shot. They get it to Deal. Deal shot, no good. Rebounded by Bozich. Trellshawn Smith has been all over the floor today. Again, one player goes down, as Michaela Gooch did. Another has to step up, and Smith really has. Nichols open for three and knocks it down in the corner. Taylor Nichols with 30 points. Pioneers getting ready to send some new folks into the game. Curley with it. To Holtz, to Brooks. 15 on the shot clock, whistle blown. What do we got going on here? Ralston called for the foul underneath. Away from the ball, here's a replay coming up. There's Bozich making me look like a liar. So Bozich is going to take a seat now. Into the game is Keegan Steers.
30-second timeout.
And a 30-second timeout called by the bench of Culver-Stockton. They would like to talk things over. So also checking into the game for the Pioneers is Megan Alexander. And we will see who she spells. 1:38 remains in the game. 74-49. And again, after the conclusion of this game, come back in 20 minutes and we'll have game two. Both squads right around 500. Someone looking to get a win here. So it's going to be Smith, Nichols, Alexander Steers, and Ralston on the floor for the Pioneers. Culver-Stockton will be inbounding from their baseline. Curley looking to get it back to her. Head fake, lost control of the ball. Smith can't wrestle it away. They dish it out to Deal. Over to Brooks. In the post to Holtz. Holtz, difficult layup, no good. I think she rushed that shot a little bit. Hit it high off the glass. Trying a left-handed layup. So Smith with it. Kick ball by Nelson. The field goal is up and it's good. So now the Pioneers near half court will inbound from the sideline. So Smith over to Steers. Bench yelling, Steers, have one. Go ahead. She's going to drive. Ooh, boy, Curley takes it away from behind. Alexander chasing. And Ralston just destroyed everyone and everything. Looked like she had ball there. The contact had to have come from underneath, but Ralston's momentum carried her right. Oh, they didn't even call that on Ralston. They called it on Alexander. Wow, okay. But still, Ralston's hustle on that play. She went slamming herself into the padding under the basket. Thank goodness that padding is there. And Ralston leaving the floor with a bit of a limp, but is not going to show that she hurts. You will never know. It probably wasn't even the collision with the pad. It was when she tripped over a player and fell. Unforgiving wood floor. There we go. With that, Curley has now set a new career high at 25 points. Looking to extend that new career high with 26. Got it. So they're going to check Curley out for the last minute and 4, having a good word with her coach over on the sideline. They got her the career high, now let her rest. Their best player, I would say, at least in this night. So avoid injury if possible. Now Jordan Nakbar able to hit the three-point shot. Registering some points for herself here in the late stages of the game with 49 seconds remaining. And now here's an entry pass to the post, knocked away by Taylor Nichols. Out of bounds it goes. So again, with only 44 seconds left, we'll get you some quick post-game stats and then let you go grab some more snacks and drink before our next game. And if you're not tuning in for Game 2, we thank you for joining us here on the Pioneer Sports Network. Always fun games between the Pioneers and Culver-Stockton. Well played, good sportsmanship on both sides. I've always liked it when the school comes to town. So we've got a foul. Going to the line is Aaron Brooks. Steyer's called for the personal foul, her first. My fellow Shawnee Mission North Indian, Keegan Steyers. First shot, no good. I'm going to bring that up every time she plays.
Aaron Brooks at the line.
We're only slightly separated on our year of graduation. Second free throw on the way. That's no good off the right side. First one missed left, second one missed right. But Nelson able to chase down the long rebound. Nelson launches a three. Short, rebounded by Nichols. Nichols has it for the Pioneers, gets it to Sheldon. Game clock and shot clock just separated by a second. Sheldon to Nichols up top. Back to Sheldon. Open for three on the way. No good off the right side. Rebounded by Alexander. Alexander with the follow. Won't fall. Alexander, the converted volleyball player. I was really curious to see her on that fast break because, as a volleyball player, she can about jump out of the gym. Oh, here's a nice shot on the other end by Bryn Holtz. Comes up with 2 points, and that's going to do it for the ball game. So your final score is 77-53. The Pioneers able to right the ship after Wednesday's loss and come away with the victory. And as soon as the stats go final, I can bring you the personal stats for the game, and there they went. So again, for the visiting Wildcats of Culver-Stockton, Curley with 26 points, a new career high. Curley with 5 rebounds, and then Nelson with 3 assists. Over on the other side for the Pioneers, let's see, Mackenzie Lowe with 18 points, Megan Scott with 13 boards, and Trelshawn Smith with 5 assists. Pioneers shot 44% in that game, 42% for Culver-Stockton. They really came on in the second half. Three-point percentage, 27% for the Pioneers, 30% for Culver-Stockton. Free throws, 64% for the Pioneers, 50% for Culver-Stockton. Both teams shot about the same amount. 16 total for Culver-Stockton, 17 total for the Pioneers, so that was close. Rebounds, 42-31 in favor of the Pioneers. 22-15 assist for the Pioneers. Steals, 14-8 Pioneers. Turnovers, close, both sides. Blocks, Pioneers, 4-3. Then let's see, bench scoring, 29-17 in favor of the Pioneers. Points in the paint, 49-38. So both squads really able to play well down underneath the basket. Second chance points was a big difference, 15-6 for the Pioneers. And then points off turnovers. Pioneers are able to make them pay with the turnovers at 28-9. So, let's see, 26, like I said, for Peyton Curley. She was the only Wildcat that was able to get in double digits, as Taylor Green finished with 6, Jada Summers with 8, Ashley Nelson with 6, and Casey Newsom with 4. Over for the Pioneers, they were able to spread out a little bit. Mackenzie Lowe with 18 points, Megan Scott with 13 points, Anna Ralston with 10, and Lydia Austinson with 12. So that's going to do it. Thank you all very much for joining us here on the Pioneer Sports Network. We hope to see you back for Game 2 as the Culver-Stockton men's squad comes in to take on your Pioneers. The clock is set at 23 minutes, so come back in, let's say 20. Why not? And we will see you here for Game 2.